Wednesday, January the 20th, 2021, I posted Anachronism 3124 to the Anachronisms blog. It's called Blackberry Delusions. Name removed says that occasionally, like once a year, I'll need a really large rubber band. I wonder if it's because he sees that I can keep stuff together all neat and bound, or that armed with one I can sting skin into a heck of a welt and be back at the stove before anyone knows what hit him. Or horrified, I wonder if he's referencing that my presence conjures for him the idea of a 21st century one-man jug band. I slowly lower myself onto the couch. Without knowing how much time's threads have been strung, I am transported unflinchingly into a neatly boxed future. Here in future, I already know the significance of hot boxes because I live in one that's the size of a coffin. While tucked inside future's tidy drawer, I remember things I should have taken care of much sooner, like the squirrels in the attic, the sunlight that flickers across the island estate, and that 2-week suicide watch I had promised a certain pair of overly enthusiastic interventionists. What's to be done of that now? The astonishing necessity of memory. How inconvenient that it shows up all too often, a mere half a minute tardy, but nevertheless with such bravado. Of embarrassing note, the deep remorses of finding oneself supersaturated in the future, all but settled in to this drawer or box, agonizing over how I am so ditzy I might stay here until sunrise. The gym wasn't that thirsty, I recall, in an attempt to make light of my plight. 2 days, 1 night, stuck in a dark room in a sunroom in the middle of a long Midwestern summer. I'm a real tip-of-the-tongue mystery, I am. My head's spinning violently as it slowly dawns on me that there's impending humidity on top of impending heat. One thing can clearly be concluded from this all-inclusive weekend filled with the now and future. Throughout any duration, there's a glaring theme. Rubber bands. I cannot escape them. There's hardly a minute that goes by, but that I've not come up with yet another flimsy but possible reason he might have brought them up at that particular moment. Perhaps it was a vague Groundhog Day type reference, you know. Today's mirrors yesterday, which in turn mirrors tomorrow. Today mirrors yesterday, which in turn mirrors tomorrow. And we bounce in and out of these mirrors as if there's something unique about a day, or factors of significance differentiating any of us humans from each other. Perhaps his passing remark was a subtle pun about time travel, a knowing nod to string theory. Is he even fond of string theory? I'm confidently thinking he isn't, given physics on the one hand and psychosis on the other. But I remain curious to this day. And well, lately I let my thoughts move ever so gently to the fact that once every year or two I do attempt to utilize a rubber band. That is, in a way that is practical, that doesn't cause harm to others, but instead provides that modicum of order and that sense of inseparability that only a rubber band might provide. They do have a pretty unique purpose or two. I wish that I could ask my dear grandmother to chime in on the subject. Whatever, daydreams. I must get back to the story of the summer I beat myself up with a bobby pin. I'd not meant it to be funny, it just was.